Hey y'all, it's Molly with Minnie Acres, and it is really hot here in Northwest Florida, but we are going to head over to the garden and we're going to harvest some peppers. I'm going to harvest some flowers, and we might even harvest some peaches. Where'd you come from? That's why I hate little Fred. For anyone that ever wondered. I have not shown y'all this space in a long time. I don't even know if you remember when I cleaned this out and just put seeds in here galore and then basically walked away. I see zinnias, but this plant, this right here, I don't know who she is. And she's everywhere, and I thought maybe she's a weed, or did she come in that sunflower mix? Do you know what she is? It's a little bit shadier over here, so I think I might lose the hat because it's kind of hot. It's not really better, but it's breezier. Alright, let's go over here and take a peek. I forgot to come out here and water these this morning, so I need to water them now. These are getting planted out on Saturday, so I need to water them before I forget. Look at this mystery tomato. This one just showed up in the gladiolas and I left it, and it's incredibly healthy. Let's take a peek. So I have some, I see some banana peppers. I think those are those the corbaci? Those need to be picked. There's more bananas. I think those are the sneaky ones that were hot. I see flowers on the other ones, but I don't see any more fruit that's ready to be harvested. Whoa, that's actually quite a few corbaci. Look at all those marigolds. Those are so pretty. I don't remember what the variety is, but they're tall and they smell really good. I've got this, cayennes, Chinese 5-color. Those are golden pepperoncini, and I think that one back there might be too. I'm not sure. Oh, I see jalapeno back there. Look at that. What do we got here? There's blooms all over. Oh, there's the other Chinese 5-color. He's got some purple ones. Blooms. What is this little skinny guy? Look at that. Who are you? I don't know because the plant marker's gone. More Buena Mulata, and I can't remember if that's a cayenne. I think it might be. And I know these two are supposed to be Tabasco. And the big orange zinnia, I'm going to harvest him too. This peach tree has never given us peaches. This year, it has some big Mama Jamma peaches on it. I don't know if you can see. Look it over here. You can see. Look at it's just loaded down with peaches. They've got blemishes on them, to be sure, because they're, you know, not sprayed or anything. Right. I actually have taken a bite off of a few of these that were a little bit soft enough to bite, and it's getting sweet. Do you see how they're small? Oops, well that one just came right off. They're small and hard. I think this one might still be green. And yet I just keep trying things on video for y'all to laugh at me. Okay, the chickens are gonna get that one. I'm gonna cut some of these flowers. These flowers. I should probably cut those marigolds too and see how long they last in a vase. And these Gloriosa daisies, some Gomphrena, and then some of these queen limes. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest those too. So looking at this one, let's see. So she's firm, she's ready to be harvested, but I'm not gonna cut her right here, even though there's another one coming up here. If I cut her right here, more will branch from this spot. So I'll have a much longer stem and encourage it to put on 2 more longer stem flowers. So I'm gonna check all of these and see what's ready. Well, I didn't make it far before I got in an epic battle with fire ants, and that was the final straw. It is miserable out here, and I'm just gonna put off the rest until either tomorrow afternoon or Saturday. So here's my pepper harvest. That is pretty colorful and makes me feel like I'm not a failure. And then what flowers I got is just quite an assortment. I will forever be in love with the Queen Lime Zinnia. And these gladiolas were already a little bit spent, but I don't care, I'm bringing them inside. Sarah's addicted to cat food. Let's go take a look at the garden. It is getting really hot out here. Oh, y'all hear that woodpecker? Did you see that bluebird? So it's Saturday morning. What day is it? The 23rd, July 23rd. I did a wee little bit of trim work on some of these cherries. Oh my word. What are you doing? As I was saying, the Berry's Crazy Cherry was very appreciative of me chopping him way back, and this is 2 main stems coming up from, basically I just left a sucker that was at the base of the main plant and yanked out the rest of the plant, and for the most part he's pretty healthy. I did trim some branches or leaves that were tangled up in this marigold mess that were yellowing, and I think it was just the being wet and humid and everything. Alright, so this blueberry cherry, it looks not as bad as it did. I gave it a little bit more of a trim as well. The sweet pea currant, it's picking up steam too. I think it's going to recover and give me some more fruit as well. And I think I need to stake it better before it gets out of hand. The mystery tomato, it's still looking pretty healthy. The birdhouse gourd has been grabbing these tomato plants. She's just decided to take over the garden, and I've had to rescue some of them that she was trying to pull down. My sun gold, I don't think it's gonna make it. It's looking really, really sad. And the Tommy toe, like this little healthy bit right here is the Tommy toe. But the sun gold is definitely done for. So hopefully the suckers that I took inside will survive, and I'll be able to have some fall tomatoes. Look at these wee little artichokes. Okay, apparently this has turned into a full-on tour. Ooh, there's some more basil. Oh look, this dill plant is recovering. So I might get more dill before I plant some for the fall. That's nice. Let's see if we can take it. I need to go to a different spot. Let's go underneath. These birdhouse gourds. This is nuts. Let me get out here. These birdhouse gourds, can you see? They're just taking over. It's glorious, but they keep pulling down my shade cloth. Hey, beautiful. So as we go along, it is now putting on a bunch of gourds. Look up under here. My question is, do y'all know if I should cut some of the gourds out. Let's go up under here. Look at this. Should I cut some of the gourds out so that it just focuses its energy on a few gourds, or should I just let it go to town and grow a bunch of smaller gourds? Or is that even how it works when it comes to birdhouse gourds? Because it's going absolutely crazy. And like my loofah is only just starting to really grow. So, I mean, I hope that the birdhouse gourd being here doesn't keep the loofah from being able to do what it needs to do, because I need the loofah. I don't need all these birdhouse gourds. I also just harvested another mess of beans from these rattlesnake pole beans and Kentucky Wonder pole beans that have decided they are best friends, and I will continue to grow these for sure. But nobody warns you, nobody says, hey, if you're vertically challenged, if you're only 5 feet tall, you're gonna have quite a time trying to pick beans from an arched trellis. So I think I might experiment growing them on a horizontal cattle panel and see if they're easier to pick, if I can reach them better. I don't know, we'll see. I really like the canopy they make though. Squashes that I planted out last week are looking pretty good. The same thing with these tomatoes. There's only, oh well, there's a little piece of one. There's a piece of a plant that might pull through. This plant might pull through. And then I've got zucchini and more squash. These asparagus are nuts. And then whatever this is starting to climb a little bit. I'm busy. I'm talking. I'm talking. It's not about you. I really hope it was the puppy, because if it wasn't the puppy, I don't know what it could have been, but something came through here and dug up my ginger, dug up some of my leeks, just absolutely made a mess in here and in some of my other beds. Ignore the grass and weeds that need to be dealt with. I can't stay on top of it. But I was nervous because I thought, what if there's like a possum or an armadillo or something getting in here and digging up my raised beds, I am going to be in a world of trouble. Look at that. So I am feeling really good lately about how I am just doing clips of videos when I can. Usually it's on the weekends, of showing you what I'm working on and just putting it together as like a weekly vlog, and not doing 2 videos a week because it's just going to be too much. And I have friends who are feeling like they're struggling with making their YouTube videos. So, you know, if you're feeling like you can't get done as much as you want to get done, or if you need to take a break, just, you know, do what you got to do. And this is what's working for me right now. It could change any minute. But I hope that y'all are enjoying watching these videos, and it's been a lot easier than trying to do how-to videos or do videos that people have like requested, specific things that would just be really hard for me to get organized and have the time to sit down and make it happen. While that sun is behind this cloud, I'm going to show y'all real quick what I'm fixing to do. I have got to pinch some zinnias. I don't want to do it, I hate to do it, but I know it's good for them. And there are several that are ready to be pinched, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And this morning when I came out here to check these guys out, I noticed basil was ready to be pinched too. So I went ahead and pinched a lot of basil, and I actually made some basil lemonade. I also dragged these tarps over here, and that's also the old trampoline mat, to just kill the weeds on those beds that I didn't get around to pulling because I'm not ready to use these beds, and hopefully that'll be enough to at least slow the weeds down until I'm ready. We'll see. So here is a zinnia, and let's see if I can show you. Focus. I'm going to pinch it. This top little one right here. Is that coming in focus? There we go. Yeah! Okay, so we're going to do some more. There's a jing okra. Oh, that's good. I got that one just the right time. So, let me show you this. These are my Connecticut field pumpkins that look really good. So, does anybody have any tips for next year how to keep your pumpkins and melons from all running into each other? All of them were 5 or 6 feet apart in every direction, and yet here they are just like going off into the other road. There's the carnage from the zinnias. I didn't pinch them all, but the really big ones I did. And then way down there by those, there's a row of State Fair zinnias. They needed pinching. There were 4 plants. I pinched 3. So, looking at my plans for fall, this is a hot mess. And I left my things spread out on the bed, and turns out the puppy is big enough to jump on the bed by himself now. He basically, after I got it all cleaned up, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but he ate all the months before July on my calendar. So here's what we're looking at. I made a list of all of the seeds that I have, the flowers that I want to plant for fall that will overwinter in my zone and then give me flowers in the spring for bouquets. This is a pitiful sketch of the rows that I have out in the garden. And as you can see, I have not yet decided what's going to go where. But as I'm doing like math and trying to figure it out, you see how I've been making notes through my book of what needs to be covered and what needs netting so that I can pair things up in rows that work best for them. My plan for now is I'm going to do 5 feet of each flower. I don't want to like have rows and rows of each kind of flower. I want to just like, this is going to be my experiment year, right? To see what does well, all that stuff. Some things, you know, you only get 1 bloom, and some things get bushy and you get lots and lots of blooms. So I don't know how much I need of anything at this point. And so the only thing I can do is just plant it all and see what happens, because there's no way I can plan it out perfectly to know that I have exactly this percentage of these kinds of flowers and exactly, you know what I'm trying to say. The other thing is I need space for planting my garlic. I want to grow some Timothy hay this fall for my bunnies and my fall veg. So this is my little guesswork here. I have 29 varieties of flowers that are going to go out. And if I do 5 feet of each variety, with the math, I'm going to need 3 rows because I have 50 feet rows out there, give or take. Then for my veg, I'm pretty sure, if memory serves me right, I had like 40 different things I wanted to grow for fall and winter veggies. And that sounds insane, but I think that's going to be my best chance to actually manage to get kale and cabbage and things like that. So in tinkering with that, if I give approximately 4 feet to each veg, you know, some things don't need that much, but then some things need more. That's going to be about 3 rows as well. So 6 rows plus, I don't know if I need a whole row for my garlic, but I might for my garlic and my elephant garlic. And then I'd like to do a whole row of Timothy hay. So that's 6. So that's only 8 rows. And I have about 17 rows out there, or space for 17 rows. So what this is telling me is that I can get some silage tarp and cover where those stinking weeds are driving me crazy and just kill them dead, but still have space that I can grow right now and worry about that space in the spring. Oh, that's genius. This is yeah, okay, I'm working through this in real time here, folks. It is so hot out here, but I wanted to go ahead and come out here and take a peek while I have it fresh on my mind what I was just talking about, even though by the time I get over here, I'm probably going to forget what I was saying. So let's take a look at the garden and see if maybe I can see and maybe you can see what I'm talking about with my plans for the fall. It's not a snake. So I dragged my tarps over here, and then I remembered I had this black plastic stuff, so I didn't have to do that. You know, I got to do things the hard way. Anyway, killing off those weeds that you saw in my last video, if you saw my last video. And then look at these babies. Oh, I'm so proud. Then there's last week's sunflowers, and these are the brand new ones. I just planted them out. I planted them out yesterday afternoon, and I went ahead and hung my little curtain over them because it's so bright and sunny today. I didn't want to fry them. So potentially that row being where I plant my garlic. Then this row where I plant my Timothy hay. And then 1, 2, 3 rows for my fall planting of flowers. And then here, where all my pumpkins and melons are, that, whenever all of that's ready to be ripped out, I will make 3 rows for my fall veggies. And the rest is going to be covered in a silage tarp to just kill the weeds and give it a break for me to be ready in the spring to plant more of this stuff. So these are the things that you plant when the weather gets warm. So it would be like maybe mid-March to closer to April when I would be planting these things out. Y'all know, if you've started following my flower farming journey, this is me deciding to just go for it in June and ordering seeds and just going with, like, I guess you would call it the second half of the season, because we have such long growing seasons here in Zone 8AB in Northwest Florida. That is it for this weekend. What are y'all up to this weekend? I'm gonna go inside and cool off. See y'all later. Bye. Pearl, I'm so sorry. I forgot you. I didn't mean to leave you. I'm coming. Oh, don't be mad at me. You're not mad at me, are you? Come on. It's still not a snake.